Here we are in Monterey in Portugal. It's currently 74 degrees, going to reach a high of 85. The humidity is 69 and the winds are northeast at 8 miles an hour. On that note, let's take it back to the booth.
On opening night, the excitement is unbelievable. I had a little tear in my eye earlier, I have to admit. That 10 minutes when we got here and met all our American friends and colleagues, and I just stood in the corner and watched it, and the camaraderie, I'm going again now, the camaraderie in that 10 minutes was unbelievable, and that is what this is all about. It's fantastic.
Here we are at the Falvey 10th. We're in Portugal, Monterey. Mike, it's opening night. What do you have to say?
It's wonderful. It was great to see the video, see a number of people participating, especially Al Dugan, a blast from the past, put in his 2 cents, and that was great. Everybody's really relaxed. We're having a great time getting ready for golf for the next 4 days.
You going to hold on to the cup and bring it back to America?
Oh, the cup is coming home. There's no way. The cup is coming home.
Well, we've heard it. Back to the booth.
Enjoy this quiet, easy.
Because it's all downhill from there.
Because it's all downhill for so much.
I mean, we talk about it's a competition, everyone wants to win. We are taking it seriously because I know that the guys, the last 2 tournaments we've lost, or Lloyd's has lost, but meeting the whole team on the US side, we had the summit last year, and it's just great to actually meet people, the guys that you're speaking to daily on the phone or over email, and it's good to actually get to meet them and actually become friends as opposed to colleagues. So, I mean, yes, it's a competition. I'm looking forward to getting to doing the business, but at the same time, it's certainly that camaraderie, friendship with the US team and Lloyd's as well, especially as we're going through a little bit of a difficult time at the moment in London.
I just think we got a really good group of guys, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with our own team and their team. The Falvey bunch has definitely gotten a lot closer throughout the years through this tournament, and to be here with your friends and people that you work with is really important to me, and just really hanging out with them is really what I'm really looking forward to the most. The golf will take care of itself, but you make friends and friendships, and that's what it's really about.
For me, the kind of practice round is one of the highlights of this whole event. I think it's when people are their most relaxed. It's when you first get together, the first day of golf. There's a huge amount of excitement. I think just getting the chance to spend time with people that we don't get as much time with throughout the course of the year is crucial, and you can see from the conversations that we have and kind of the interaction that we got that there's a very strong bond between the 2 teams. So it's just catching up with people and just catching up on people's lives and enjoying the personal side of this.
Well, I'm looking forward to the same thing every year. The camaraderie, which is a common theme with everyone's comments. Looking forward to the great competition. It's sort of a broken record with a lot of us, but it's serious, and it means a lot to all of us to be in this beautiful location, this wonderful golf course, and surrounded by friends and colleagues. It's a special occasion.
I think as we were sitting in the pool and kind of relaxing for a minute, it put it into perspective sitting with Dan Graves and just realizing, like, if you could talk to your younger self and say you were going to be here and doing all of this, playing golf, the camaraderie, like everybody was saying before, being here with all these great people, I don't think I would have believed it way back when. So it's almost an unbelievable experience.
All golfers like the competition, that's why they play the game, although you can play it purely as a social event. We try and mix it up here in both, you know. We have a good laugh at the time, but it's taken seriously, and many of us enjoy the competitive side of it.
Just looking forward to getting out there, and it's that second half of all the matches, you know, when you start to see the scores piling up and who's doing what, and that excitement and intensity, which is, you know, which really does build. I'm not sure, you know, it's not really been explained to the rookies, but they're going to see that as it sort of starts to build, particularly after the second day and you get into the singles. It really does get intense, and actually it's enjoyable. It becomes great fun.
Monterey is a beautiful course. It's very challenging. You kind of have to know where you can miss and figure out where you really want to be. You can't just go out there hitting at pins. You got to play smart. So I think really what I took from it today was that, you know, make sure that I'm setting myself up to make opportunities to get birdies and pars.
I think today has been a bit of an eye-opener. It's a really tough course. It's tough for kind of my golf ability, but there's enough out there to keep us coming back. So I'm pretty confident we did well today as a team, for the European team. So I think there's some pretty motivated people in our locker room at the moment.
I think when you look at today's round, I think only 3 people scored over 30 points out of 24. That shows you how tough this course is.
After the first tee shot, I was pretty confident. You know, hit a great one, and then started to go a little south after that. But we figured get all the bad ones out now while we can, and looking forward to a different match tomorrow. So.
Well, you know, cool heads I think is what's needed. You know, we as I mentioned, we've lost the last 2, so I think overall it's 5-4 to the Americans. So it'll be nice to level things up, because that way Mike's got to do it again in 2020.
I'd just like to say, all play well, all enjoy it. It's a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Make the most of it. You know, these 3 days are going to go so quickly, and just do your best. Do your best. That's all you can do.
I would hope that everyone plays well and that the matches are close and they're really competitive. It's always fun when they're really close and it comes down to the 17th and the 18th hole. So that's what I'm really hoping for tomorrow. I hope everyone plays well and it's really competitive.
Here we are with Captain Dave, Team Lloyd's. How you guys looking coming into Friday 4-ball?
We're looking good. A bit of a late night again last night, but the boys are up. They're ready for it. They're practicing hard on the range here, and we're ready to go, Russ. We're ready to go.
I don't think a late night has ever held you guys back.
No, it never has, and it never will.
I understand that. Hey, on that great note, let's take it back to the booth.
Next on the tee, leading Team Lloyd's, Captain Dave Allen.
Great. He's rolling up his pants.
Here we are with James coming off 18. I know you got a little bit wet, but it was one heck of a shot. Tell me about it.
It was, when I looked at it, I was trying to find some way of how to get out of there without having to play out of the water. Couldn't. Socks and shoe off, and went in there. Amazingly, I cut full contact with it, and it just popped up beautifully, and then missed the putt, which is a bit disappointing. But all in all, it was a really good game. As I said to you earlier, Champagne Golf, they went a little bit Prosecco towards the end. They lost a bit of fizz, but they kept us going. It was a good match.
Super.
Jay, what a spirited match. Tell me about it.
It was just a great match. Michael and I came out hot, had an early lead, and they just kept chipping away. Came all the way down to 18. Can't ask for much more on the first day.
Wow, it was a fabulous match on first day. You going to bring that for tomorrow, Saturday?
Let's hope so. Yeah, let's keep getting some points, shall we?
Points are good. Hey, let's bring it back up to the booth. Here we are with Daryl. It's Friday. It's 4-ball. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I've never played Mike Falvey before. I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait. I've played with Jack before, but never against Mike. Would you believe? In all those years.
In 10 Falvey Cups, this is the first.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously, the first one was only 4, so we're in a team. But since it got this big, I've never played against Mike. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that.
As we know, you never forget your first. Back to the booth.
Next on the tee, leading Team Falvey, Captain America, the Grand Fromage, Mike Falvey. Woo!
Here we are with Captain America. How's the team looking?
The team is looking good. Unfortunately, though, Bart has suddenly come alive and starting to play, and so we're all square. He was great on 10, and then just went and got a par on 11. So we're all square. It's going to be a match. It's going to be a fight all the way in now.
Here we are, coming off 11, an all-square match. What do you guys think?
It's tied out here. Nip and tuck, a few good shots, a few bad shots. It's close.
I have no comment at this time.
Well, I've hit one good shot, and that was on the last hole, so hopefully things are going to improve on my side.
Well, I hope I saved all my good shots for the last 6 holes.
Wow, we're leaving them for the last 6. Here we go on an all-square match. Back to the booth. What a great match here on 18. You guys won by 2. Tell me about it.
It was a fantastic golf match all the way through. We were up only at the very end. We'd been struggling all day against some very, very strong opponents and managed to pull through at the end.
Yeah, some really good golf at the end. Everyone sort of contributed at the end, so even me, so it was fantastic.
Well, that putt at the end was fabulous.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only putt out there all day, but, great, fantastic.
Well, it was a money putt. Back to the booth.
There were some great matches, certainly coming down to the end. You know, the last 4 of them were on the 18th. This one was a great one here. Richard Golder sinking that putt, even though he didn't need it, but just did it for the camera. So again, score 4-2, getting ready for tomorrow. Do you want to say anything, Captain Dave? No.
Good morning, sports fans. So, got Russ in front of the camera now. Just Russ.
Yeah.
Thoughts so far?
I can't keep track of you guys. One day you're in yellow and the next day you're in green and vice versa.
We've got to keep them guessing. You're absolutely right. Now it's Saturday. It's foursomes. What does that mean?
Well, there's no guessing there. Alternating shots, there's more apologies than there is guessing.
He's absolutely right. Sorry is the hardest word. Back to you.
Another day in Portugal. Oh, we're loving it. Woo.
I've got to say, Dan really came back very strongly on the last few holes. Put us in a very, very difficult spot, hit some great shots in, and made it difficult in the end.
Yeah.
Because if you hadn't held that, I think it would have come down to the last. And yeah, all to play for.
We were actually thinking to ourselves, we're going 18 because Dave was about 15 feet away. We were like, he's not going to make it, and Captain Dave stepped up as a captain should and fired it.
He put the dagger in.
We don't focus on the negative. We try to go with the positive. Had a great experience today.
The glass is half full.
Absolutely.
So. Half full of beer right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot more to come.
I'm hoping there's some more excitement coming down 18 like there was today, because that was a special moment, I think, for everybody involved. And
yeah, I think Henry's chip shot on the back from 17. If that had been in the big match in France, the crowd would have gone wild. It was a fantastic shot.
We had a great strategy with Michael hitting on the par 3s and me hitting on the par 5s. That worked.
Pulled it back on the 10th, got it back to where we thought we might be able to make a difference, and then they opened up and destroyed us. I'm looking forward to hitting a shot and consecutively hitting more shots, because today's format I just couldn't get a rhythm into it. But I'm also looking forward to getting back to winning ways after yesterday.
Back to the booth.
Here we are on 5 alternating shots Saturday. How's it going?
Not too bad. 1 down at the moment through 5, so there's a little bit of a few more holes left to play. So looking forward to being with my first guy who employed me, Darryl Mackay. He's obviously helping me out, being a good mentor, just like he did in the early years.
Well, I think the mentor is going to carry him. We have a lot more golf to play. Back to the booth.
It was a close match. It really was. It went back and forth. I think today really showed what foursomes is all about. You really need to rely on your teammate. It's really the trust factor, and Jay had a lot of trust in me today.
Matt left Brad this much.
Yeah, it was a very short putt. Yeah, very well.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe that. I think, yeah,
about 6 inches.
It was no longer than that.
Yeah, 6 inches, I reckon.
Yeah.
But he had to putt it because it was for the match, and sadly, Brad didn't make the putt.
We felt guilty. About asking him to make it, but unfortunately, when it's for the match,
cheers.
Cheers.
It felt terrible. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, Brad.
Cheers, Brad.
That's all I got.
I don't think that we lost this match. I think they won it.
Yeah, we're 2 rookies coming in, and I think there's a lot of pressure on us, and I think we held our
At
own.
least we won the 18th. They didn't lose it. So that was something. They didn't miss a short one, and that was. We feel like we played that hole very well.
Here we are coming off 18. Wow, what a match. Tell me about it.
That was an epic, a duel, battle of the greats. It was up, it was down, and it was all score on 18, and we managed to just pip them to the post.
Yeah, that was an incredible game. Henry carried me pretty much most of that, but
it's not true.
Those guys were fantastic. Like, actually, no one deserved to lose.
No one
that.
deserved to lose that.
Like we kind of wanted that to finish all square because it was that kind of game. But it feels very good to be walking off winning.
Well, what I saw was a lot of great golf and a lot of fun out of all 4 of them. Back to the booth. Here we are in Monterey. It's Sunday. It's Singles Day. We woke up to rain this morning. It's clearing now. We should reach a high of 80 degrees with humidity at 67%. The winds at the northeast at 5 miles an hour. Should be a great day for singles. Back to the booth. Here we are with Bob Falvey coming off 11. Bob, you're playing phenomenal. Tell me about it.
Well, today is Sunday, and so I went to church, but I made a deal with the devil instead, and it's been worth it.
Bob's talking to the right people. Back to the booth. Bob Falvey here on the par 3 11 here at Monterey. He's currently up 5. This is for par. This would bring him up to +6. The putt's away. Looks great. He's going to love that. Ooh, close. It's a fairly lengthy putt. The putt is away. It is a good one. Oh, just lipped out. Back to the booth. Eric Newman on 5. The putt is away. It's a good one. It's downhill. Oh! Right on the edge. It's picked up. Back to the booth. The beast is teeing off here at 11. It's a par 3, Monterey. He's got to carry the Bronca. The drive's away. It looks great. He's going to like this. He's going to like this a lot. Wow, just off the green. That's very playable. Chip and a putt for par. Back to the booth. Here we are with Jack, Sunday morning, singles. What do you think, big guy?
Well, for the 5th round in a row at the Falvey Cup, I'm playing Bart Graff. Great time to play with him, but not an opponent you want 5 times in a row. So I'm 0-3-1 against him. But singles last year I took the half, and I think this year we're going to take the win. Playing some good golf. I know where I need to improve on the course against him. He gets me about 10, 11, 12, and we're pushing for 18.
Jack's pushing for 18. He's got the momentum on his side. Back to the booth. Bart's addressing his putt here on 18. It's a big putt. The knees are knocking. Who's coming out? The putt's away. And he missed it. The door is open and closed. Jack Falvey wins at 18 here at Monterey. Back to the booth. Here we are with Bart coming off 18. Bart, tell us, how'd it go?
There's an expression for this. I feel as sick as a parrot. Lost on the last, had a 4-foot putt to half the match. I was three down for most of it. Got it back, was 1 up with 2 to play. Shot hole on the 17th, which Jack won really well. And it will look like a repeat of 2 years ago when we had an even match and couldn't do it. Jack played a great chip, a very difficult lie, and went up and down, and I had a 4-footer for it and I missed it. So sick as a parrot is the expression.
Bart's sick as a parrot. Back to the booth. Jay on 3, using a driver. Let's see Jay's flight. Oh, it's a monster. It's a monster shot. He likes it. It's curving right into the fairway. Let's wait for the reaction. For as great a shot it was, not much of a reaction. Back to the booth. Will Ripley out of the kitty on 18. The gallery loves it. It's a phenomenal shot coming out of the kitty here at 18 at Monterey. Back to the booth. Here we are with Will closing it out on 18. Will, tell me about the day.
It's been great. I played really, really well, actually, to be honest. So yeah, Jay gave me a hell of a game. Yeah, it was about 2 over at the turn, and then it was back and forth from there. Dormy going down the last. I just played, a fairly solid match. Played golf. Yeah, managed to bring it home.
Well, that's good. Congratulations. I know that Jay was going to bring a contest to you.
Yeah, he certainly did. Certainly, I've never gone past 14 in a Falvey Cup hole, so to get down to 18. No, I loved it. Great fun.
It was a tussle here at Monterey. Back to the booth. Dave coming up, putting it up. Looks great. Looks fabulous. Captain Dave's going to love that. Razor tight. Back to the booth.
Great game as always, nip and tuck all the way. I managed to nick it on 17 and we just halved the last, so I managed to beat him for once.
It was a great match. Again, we told you it was going to come down to 18. He played fantastic. Way to go, Captain Dave. Great match again. Came down to the final couple of holes. A couple of great matches. A lot of blue and then it goes red. A lot of reds, then it goes blue. So a lot of fighting back and forth. You've had it for a while. Look at the gribbies. Now they're bringing out some glasses. Way to go.
Here we are. We've closed out the 2018 10th Falvey Cup. We're in Monterey. We're in Portugal. It was fabulous. Mike, thank you very much. The whole Falvey family, thank you. Thank you to all the volunteers that made this happen, the production crew, and all the people that are behind this. It's been a fabulous event. Thank you very much for having me be a part of it. Thank you to Team Lloyd's as well as Team Falvey. You guys made this thing great. There's no back to the booth No, it's lights out, and I'm out. Bye-bye.